Welcome back to the final approach. Last episode I had one of the worst well, I wasn't even docking, capturing a craft situations I've ever done. Please tell me what was wrong. What was good about it, in fact. Anyway, this episode we're going to be looking at, I was going to go to doing it. We may have a window for doing it very soon, but we have two space stations. We've got one around Kerbin, one around the Mun. They're getting us science. We're low on science. We need more science. More science is better. More science means more chance of landing on Duna. More science means chance of us going to Eve. Things like that. So the problem we have is that, well, first of all, we've got this mission that says it would like us to expand Orb Lab 1, which we can do. It actually also says we need to put an auxiliary processing lab on, so that's going to be 2 labs there. It's going to give us some science for it, give us some money, but we can do this. We can actually increase the capacity by this. I think it needs to go up to, where does it say this, 14 Kerbals. Currently we've got capacity for I can't remember how many, but I think 2, 3, 4, 5, we've got 7. So we're going to double its size. We could actually just send another one up and dock it, put some docking ports on or whatnot, and have 2 of them up there. It would actually just literally be putting 2 of them together, which might not be a bad idea. We know that works. We know we can get it into orbit, and we know it's got fuel and things like that. Just a matter of attaching docking equipment to it. The other side of that, however, is the one around the Mun does not have enough electrical storage to actually transmit its science back. It's sitting on about 80 science after however long it's been in orbit now, and it has not sent any back, and it is impossible for it to send it back because whenever you try, it runs out of electricity. So we need to send a mission up to that with some batteries and solar panels and things like that, because when it's also researching, it's pretty much running out of electricity while researching. So it is basically short on electric. So I think we'll start off with Orb Lab 1. I'll put something together. I think we'll take the old version itself, just add some bits to it and send that up and dock it. And then we'll think about the Mun and whether we can do something. So I'm going to throw something together, and I'll see you on the launch pad. Right, so here we are on the launch pad with the extension to Orb Hab 1 or Orb Lab 1, I think it was. Let's get this thing into orbit anyway, then you can see what it is. So we're launching with the same launch stage that we used in Orb Hab, and I still haven't named it. I should probably name it. It's becoming a sort of standard launch stage now, I guess. It might actually turn into something. We might have to turn into the potato or the tomato or some other sort of thing. What we'll actually do is just bring our thrust down on that main engine a little bit, because we don't need to be going quite that fast so low down, and we're going to just tilt over just a smidgen, just to bring ourselves into a nice plane. There we go. Just hold that while we're going so fast. Let's bring us into prograde. There we go. Right, so we're going to send this up into orbit, get it into orbit, and hopefully we're going to dock it to Orb Hab, and that will be quite interesting, I think, because it's big. It's very big. I have not docked something this large yet in this program, and you just saw my docking, well, my attempted docking, my attempted rendezvous with a tiny probe. So this could be really good, or it could be terrible, and we do have our burnout about to happen on our solid rocket boosters. They are gone. Get rid of those. I don't actually have any small solid rockets to separate them. I need to have a look and see if I've got any separation rockets anywhere, because I noticed that I do not actually possess them. So I may need to look at that. And I'm actually just stopping the burn now, because I've just noticed the actual degree to which we've got altitude and no actual sort of horizontal velocity. So that's interesting. Now I can't remember if I've actually got a reaction wheel. If I haven't got a reaction wheel on this, this is going to be a nightmare. I think I've got a reaction wheel on it. I know I have a little probe core on. That's one thing I do have. Whether the reaction wheels on things like the one of the, not the cargo container, but one of the command cores can work when you don't have a Kerbal, but you do have a probe controlling it, I don't know. So we'll have to see. Right, let's just keep it going, do that, and then thrust that. There we go, get that up to there we go, that's nice. Just do that. Right, we can just burn this sideways a little bit, get a little bit of sideways velocity. We have a lot of velocity to gain, and not much time to do it in. Actually, looking at this, we actually are likely to re-enter the atmosphere if I'm not careful. That would be problematic in itself, I think. Right, oh, that is a little bit concerning. We've got 500 meters per second to add in, but even with that, we're not looking too healthy actually. This is it's not the best of launches. One of the last launches was pretty much straight through the atmosphere, almost horizontal. This one is the exact opposite. I've sort of overcooked it a bit, well, undercooked it a bit probably because of that one actually. We can actually get rid of those because they weigh a bit of mass, and you can see the craft on the top there. So we've got solar panels, we've got batteries, we've got what, 2, 4, 8, 9, 10, I think space for 10 or something like that people, which is basically Kerbal is much more than we actually need, I believe. Transfer stage that we've seen before, and some RCS just slung around it, and don't have any transmitters because of course the station has transmitters of its own, so that's not a problem. And this thing should have range on its probe core for just near Kerbal communication, so that's not a big problem either. Just put our nose down a little bit there. Let's get that down, thank you. Right, so we're actually losing altitude. We're still going upward, what, 2 to 1 seconds away from stuff. So what is my thrust? So I've actually got a thrust to weight ratio of 1. So if we just pointed upwards right now, we wouldn't go down, but we wouldn't actually do any good either. So we have to accept that we're going to go down a little bit before we get to orbit. So that's a problem, but I actually think we're going to be close. Okay, this is quite nice actually. This could be worse, could be a lot worse. I think this could be worse. So we're going to get into orbit pretty soon. I think we're not going to have to worry about it. Wonderful. Throttle us down a little bit. Just take me into orbit, please. Oh, we're getting a bit of gain. As long as I get over 70-ish, that's good. There we go. Right. So we're in orbit. Just in orbit. Right. So now we need to set that as our target. And we're below, are we? Yeah, so we're below. So let's see what's our ascending. Ooh, that's a quite a significant difference actually. That's not easy to do. So we're behind, so what we want to do is just right there we go, we've got an interception. So what I want to do now is we're going to move forward in time, and there we go. Am I going to go past it? Yeah, we're going to go past it. So that's where I want to be. Right, how close is that going to put me? That is going to put me within 26 kilometers, which is terrible. That is terrible. So what we can do now is we can rock this backwards and forwards, see if we can reduce it a bit. 20, we're not getting one, right. So there's that. Now let's try, can we come back to this node and possibly, what actually if I go over there? No, we lose it completely. Let's see, do I get it back over here? There we go. Okay, how far is that out? A lot way. A long way. Oh, I don't know. Oh, that actually gets close. Right, okay. This gets close. So let's have a look. No, we're within what, 8, 9? So we've got, it's that angle, it's the problem. It's our inclination that is killing us. I think. Yeah, I think our inclination is killing us. Way too much. Right, let's have a look. Where is that going to be? Is that going to be at the ascending, descending node? No, it's not. So I really want it to be at the ascending or descending node. So if I do pull that back to there, and then I do this, make this a bit bigger. It's down to 7, 7.1, 6, 5, 5, 2. Now it's jumped. 5, 6, we're going back up again. 5, 2, 5, 4. Well, you can watch me count. That's fun, isn't it? Do a bit of that. Does that do anything? That doesn't do anything. Nope, we need to come back down again. I think 4 is as close as I'm going to get, and then I have to do manual burns. That's annoying. That is annoying, but let's do that. All right, so you should actually, you know what, if you're in a reasonable orbit, you can always get an encounter that's close, but I have not got that. What I have actually got is a horrible one, but we will see. So let's have a look. Let's get on to that node. So as long as we get within sort of a range where I can actually equal out my velocity, then we can actually target actually going for it. We can actually target going for that that node, that craft, and bring ourselves in. And once we get near, what I'll actually do is reorientate the station as well, because we want to come in either normal or anti-normal to dock, and all of the docking ports that are normal or anti-normal are actually covered at the moment, unless I remove the engine that's attached, actually, which might be worth a move. Might be worth a move, thinking about it, getting rid of that finally. Stick this on the bottom. Although this doesn't have any more docking ports, so we'll just stick it on the side, I think is what we'll probably do. Right. I think we're on it. Let's just do that. And there we go. Within 4 RCS. No, that's not going to work. We're not going to do RCSing for it. We're going to do a little bit of thrusting. We've got quite a lot of fuel left on this thing, so that's nice to have. There we go. Okay, put it there. A little tiny bit more. Is that going to bring me in closer? It is going to make it closer, but not much. So there we have it. We're going to be about 4 kilometers. Is that the one? That's the one. So we're going to go to here, warp to nearby. Now we're on target. We're going to go to retrograde versus target. We're jumping all over the place there. That's not the computer. That is, well, it is the computer, but anyway. So where are we? Where are we looking at? Where are you? Am I behind you? That's interesting. Where is my... Oh, you're there. Right, okay. So you're there. So in a little bit, I'm going to come in close to you. We're going to zero out my velocity because I'm about to go past you, and then we're going to close in. So I could actually, if I've moved the position of the burn, probably got a closer one actually, looking at the way that we're going to fly past each other. But we'll see. So zero this out. I can do this anytime because I know I'm going to have to aim for the craft as well, which is the annoying bit. So there we go. Right, now let us rotate round and face our target. We're traveling at relatively the same speed now as it. So there we go. And we're just going to pull it up and to there. And then I'm going to put a little bit of burn on. There we go. And then we're going to put ourselves in, you know what, do a bit more. That's how you get really close really quickly. Unfortunately, I now need to turn around really quickly so that I don't hit it, because that's problematic. So we're going to be within 600 meters. That's not bad. This thing does not have much maneuverability, is one thing I have now noticed about it. But what we can do is, because we've got the time, we've got about a minute before we're going to hit it. So what we can do is we can actually, we can do that, we can do that and that to bring us up a little bit, just a little bit. Is that going to decrease the distance? Yes, it is. I could use the main engines for that, but I'm not going to. Right, how much monoprop? Actually thinking about it. Yeah, we've got loads, so it's not a... We've used 2 units. Is that it for all that? I suppose I've got the small jets on there. I've just got quite a few of them. So it looks a lot, but it's not actually much. And we've got that big fuel tank that we're lugging around, which we will be getting rid of, actually. Right, so let's get closer. Okay, I don't know how close it's going to get. Right, now we need to start thinking about this. When it comes past us, we're gonna slow it down, because that should be as close as it's going to get for us. Right, here we go, here we go. Start the engines. Here we go. Right, do that, do that, do that, do that. There we go. Right. So we're what, 300 away now? We're coming in from underneath. We'll reposition this in a minute when we get a bit closer. I like to be very close before we start repositioning. So next is we want to spin the craft around a bit. And we're going to face and approach again. But I want to approach from the bottom, so I'm not too worried about going up here. I'm going to come in from about there, I think. Just rotate round, and that's pretty much where I want to be. Nope, go down, 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 down. There we go. Oh, no, down there. Nope. Oh, oh. Controls are backwards. Remember the controls are backwards. Right, there we go. It would help if we actually rotate the craft to make sense. Would be better. Right, that's good. I'm gonna actually, we'll just lead off it to about there. Right. There we go. And now we're going to turn it around again as we close in. So that's going to be 140, and we're actually going to use the RCS now, I think, to get us reasonably close. Right, that's going to put us right on it. So let's have a look. RCS time. Let's have a look. Yeah, we're going to overshoot it a little bit. Do that sideways, bring that in. So by using its sort of translating sideways there, we can actually identify when we're going to come in right underneath. And then we're just going to drop ourselves down, because I think we're overshooting at the moment because of our burn position. Like so, and then bit there. Right. So we're going to come in from underneath. We're going to zero this out when we get nearby, within the 72, so we can speed up a little bit. What is that? Oh, that's interesting. That's Cowell's shipwreck. We've actually put our station next to it. That's in. Oh no, it isn't. It's actually 20 kilometers away. So it's just that it's going past. Okay. So there's a lot of rubbish still floating around we actually need to get rid of. Now, here's a question for you. Do I actually go and just build a craft that can collect rubbish and bring it back to Kerbin, or do we just delete it? That's the question. Would you like to see me doing a rubbish collection and return to Kerbin? It doesn't even have to be collected once it comes down to Kerbin. We could just get rid of it, end it. Oh. Now, that's interesting. We've actually got a relative speed to target that is dropped. That's very interesting. Right. So we want to go those off retrograde. We are very close now. So within 60. I didn't think we were getting that close. So obviously, yeah, it was jumping all over the place. We want to go. Let's have a look. That way a bit, please. Yeah, that would be good. There we go. Right, the best thing to do now is to actually zero out our velocity. I think would be good as soon as we're sort of running parallel. So we're about what now? Now, there we go. And just those off, and just do that a little bit. There we go. Right. Now the question is, yeah, we decouple. I think we decouple this. So do undock. There we go. And we're going to jump back to here. And this thing is now going to be controlled by this port. Where are we? Control from here. And I want it to put that facing normal. So we're going to do... why are we not turning? Are we out of electricity? Yes, we are. So let's stop doing research, please. Because the research uses electricity, and we're on the dark side as well, aren't we? Oh, come on. It's always problems. Always problems. Right. Control from here. I want to go for that. That's my target. Right. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hold you there. And right. I want to go that. No, I want to go that way. Take me that way, please. There we go. And I want to go away from it. We're going to do this manually. We're going to do this manually because we can. Right. So I want, let's see, imaginary line time. I'm going to imagine there's a line running out of here there. So I want this to drift to there, and then I want to get on it. Right, let's go. We're definitely closing on it. All right, and that will do, I think, for now. Yep, I think it is. So now we're going to turn ourselves. We're going to put ourselves on the target. There we go. There we are. We're on the target-ish. Right. We're going to thrust this way because I want to zero out that velocity sideways and come back this way. Thank you. Right, I need to go up a little bit and I need to go forward a little bit. And this way, and this way, and this way, and there we go. That's good. We're now approaching. So normally I would actually position the craft on the normal, but this has run out of power. It has actually now got power, but it didn't have power previously, so it couldn't actually do its orientation change for me. Now, what I need to do is actually slow down, because I've realized that I might want to reorientate some stuff a little bit. Right. This is not helpful, but I'm doing this because we've actually got these tanks and I'm concerned they're going to interact above and below. And I need to remember that if we ever add anything else, we need to have a long sort of arm coming into it. Right. So let's go for this again. And we're going to be doing that and that. There we go. There we are, coming in. Nice and slowly, ever so slowly. And this takes time. Every docking takes time. And it's just about refining it. So what I'm actually doing is, you can see on the nav ball, I'm putting my velocity marker to the opposite side of where I'm off center. So I'm slightly to the left and above of the center of that target. So I'm putting it on the other side and it should just pull me across until I'm on target. Now I've gone too far, you see? Too far. So I need to pull it back. And you can actually be a bit more delicate than I am with this. I'm being a bit ham-fisted today with this. So I've gone too far again. There we go, and we're docked. There we are, nice and easy. And that was much more impressive than trying to hit a small target, wasn't it? So, have we completed our task? I don't know, let's have a look. So, oh, it is done, wonderful, sorted. Right, so mission is completed. Time to get the monies. And I think we're going to cut that there. I think next episode we'll have a look at putting something on, we'll get some science for that, putting something onto the station around the moon, or we'll go to doing it, or we'll do something like that. I'm not entirely sure. If you would like anything in particular, please put it down there. We've got a buggy on the surface of Minmus that needs something added to it, some wheels and things in order to use it. We've got space station around the moon that needs to basically be fixed so it can transmit its science that it's built up. We've got Juno and Eve that I just need to send something to. We just need to go to them. We don't have a mission for it, but it'd be good to go to. There's lots of stuff to do. So, but before we do that though, let's actually just check how is our situation going. We have a chunk of electrical charge. We've got this fuel tank really needs to come off there at some point. And the science is flowing. Oh, we've stopped the research because we had that power problem. So you can actually see the power gets drained when we do it. We've got 1 science. Wow, that's a lot, isn't it? So we've had almost a day of science since we last transmitted. We've got enough data to produce quite a bit of science there. So from me until next time, have a great one.